This is the first installment of my new series in which I take you along on my various trophy fish hunts. In this episode, we load up and head west to begin our journey to hunt down one of Virginia's most difficult and elusive freshwater trophy fish, a brown trout measuring 5 pounds or 25 inches, a size so ridiculous and a challenge so daunting that I've dubbed such a creature the Superfreak.
Welcome to Peel and Drag Extreme Fishing. My name is Josh Dolan. I'm a trophy fisherman and an adventurer with an extreme obsession for catching big fish. Come along with me as I explore and fish my way across my home state of Virginia in an attempt to become one of the state's first Class 5 master anglers, as well as journeying around the country to hunt down the true giants that swim. So strap in and get ready for every mile, mishap, and monster we can capture on camera. This is Have Rods, Will Travel.
Every Friday night before one of these trophy hunts, while I'm loading up gear and preparing for the weekend ahead, I'm always met with a certain amount of excitement and anticipation. When I leave, I may be targeting a species for the very first time, or traveling to a corner of Virginia that I've never seen before. That was exactly the case for the brown trout. Having only caught a small one accidentally a few years ago, heading out to finally chase one down was met with a special amount of hope and enthusiasm for what lies ahead. It's one of my 7 species left if I want to complete this master angler quest. So, to catch big brown trout, you gotta go where big brown trout live. We're here in Southwest Virginia, 4.5 hours from my home in Richmond, here on the South Holston River. The South Holston historically is known for big brown trout. The state record brown has come out of the South Holston at over 14 pounds, and we're hoping to get lucky this weekend and find a big one of our own. Many anglers consider this river to be a world-class brown trout fishery, both below the lake in the Tennessee drainage and above the lake in the headwaters of Virginia. Needless to say, with all this good water, it was a challenge to know exactly where to start. But after spending some time scouting the banks and talking with local fishermen, I soon found a small hole that held some very big fish.
Big fish, big fish, big fish, big fish. Big fish. It's in that current. Oh my goodness, big fish. Big fish. Oh, we got to be careful. We got that undercut bank over there. It's a lot of pressure on the line. If he hits anything, he could break us off. I can't tell. I haven't been able to tell if this is a brown or a rainbow yet. Brown trout, okay. Brown trout, this is what we came here for. Just gotta keep fighting them. It's a good brown. Just trying to be careful with them. That's a big brown. Oh no, get away from that. He's trying to get under this ledge now. He's in the net, okay. Oh, we got him. Look at the size of that brown. Oh, look at that guy. Okay, we gotta work quick here, that way we preserve the health of the fish. Weigh him in the net. In the net, it's 5.5 pounds, so this guy's not gonna go. All right, let's get him back in. There he goes. Oh boy. Here's a moment of truth. I already know what the net weighs, but I'm just gonna do it for my sake anyway. Scale is zeroed out. This is a 6-pound scale. Scale weighs a little over a pound, about 1 pound and 6 ounces. So that fish was about in the 4.5, 4.25 pound range. So super good fish. Awesome start to our trip. The sun's going down here on the Blue Ridge. It's our first day fishing these waters. This isn't the most elegant fishing in the world, but there's big fish here, and that's what we came for. So I couldn't ask for better. That's my new personal best brown trout. It was around 20 inches and about 4.5 pounds. So that's an excellent fish, beautiful fish. Got a simple release on her. We kept her in the net the whole time. Couldn't ask for more. Beautiful fish. Now we have some firepower for tomorrow, and I'm so excited. All right. Jeez. Good morning. So, we slept in the Walmart parking lot last night. Hung up all of our spare clothes over the windows, trying to block out some of this light that we were getting from the parking lot lights. But evidently rain rolled in sometime late last night. It's still kind of raining now, and it looks like it's super windy, which is going to make our fishing today a little difficult. So it's 6:40. Evidently I overslept my alarm by about an hour and a half ish. So the sun's already coming up. Sunrise is at a little after 7. So we're gonna go ahead and get the rest of these clothes down real quick, and we're gonna get to the water and try to get after one of these big brown trout.
Okay, so sleeping in your truck in a Walmart parking lot obviously isn't everyone's cup of tea, but chasing these fish and traveling every weekend, especially all the way down to these parts of Virginia, can get pretty expensive. I'm clearly no millionaire. I'm working with a limited budget, so I have to save when and where I can, even if it means calling the Tacoma home for a few days. The day was met with rain and high winds, but the optimism couldn't have been higher. I just caught my life's biggest brown trout so far, and it wasn't even the biggest one I saw swimming around that day. A little foul weather wasn't going to quell that excitement. No chance.
Alright, so we're here at the bridge where we saw this big trout yesterday. It's actually still drizzling a little bit, so I'm going to have to put this camera in the dry bag, but I want to show you the scenario we got before I switch over to GoPro cam. You can see the bridge base right here. You got the pillars coming down, you have this base that kicks way out. Well, under each one of these pillars, all 4 of these, the farthest one, the 2 in the middle, and the one close, there's undercut banks underneath of them. So where they poured the concrete in, over time the sediment has washed out underneath of it, and it's just basically a giant overhang. So what we're doing is we're getting on the downriver side over here, and we're casting up into the current and letting our bait sweep back towards the fish. Essentially that's what we're doing. There's probably 6 or 8 fish under here that could go trophy class in Virginia. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this camera in the dry bag. It's still kind of drizzly. As you can see, the clouds are kind of dissipating. Hopefully it doesn't turn into full bluebird skies, but I'm afraid it might because of how strong the wind is. So we need to get on top of the game right now and get to trying to catch this fish. Good brown. Good brown. Good brown. Get him in this net as quick as we can here. Wow, okay, that was quick. got one here. It's another brown. Go ahead and net him. About the same size as the last one we caught. Got another absolutely gorgeous Virginia brown trout here. Beautiful fish, about maybe 18 inches long, 2.5, 3-ish pounds. I'm gonna go ahead and get him back in the water. That's what we've been fishing for the entire time. It's probably our 3rd or 4th brown trout, but not quite the size we need. Let's get him back in the water down here. There he goes. Oh, got another brown. Got another brown here. God, it's icing like crazy right now. Doing them head shakes. Oh my goodness, this is crazy town. It is icing like crazy right now. Absolutely insane. Look at this. Here's our fish. Another solid brown in the middle of an ice storm. It's pretty awesome. This is what I'm dealing with here. Look at this. Look at the snow. What the heck? Yo, this is wild. Oh my goodness. Look at it. Jeez. All fun and games till this stuff happens.
The ice and snow eventually gave way to bright blue skies and heavy winds. I remained stubborn and fished my way through the changing conditions, however the fish had had enough. I caught a few rainbow trout here and there, but the browns were done for the day. I'd caught my last one in the middle of the storm, and that was all of the story that was to be written that weekend. I learned valuable information that I would take home and obsess over for the next week until I had another chance to make a run at Virginia's most regal freshwater fish. Next time on Have Rods Will Travel, I return to Browntown and get ambushed by my largest trout to date. An absolute behemoth that would make any fisherman shake at the knees.
About to do some jank stuff right here. Oh. What we got down, whether or not my big tail will get back up is a completely different story.